Marcus Garvey once said, "A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots." Emancipation Day, observed on August 1, marks the end of African enslavement in the colonies of Demerara, Essequibo, and Berbice. This day also marks the start of Guyanese nationhood.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways, and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Today, Guyanese enjoy the benefits of a free country, one where equity and democracy is prominent, something that was absent 180 years ago on the very soil we call home. Across the country, there are sites that signify the rich and sometimes dark history of our African Guyanese. We must remember the great struggle our foreparents fought, armed with nothing but strength, courage, and faith. One of the most significant tributes to this struggle for freedom and equality is the 1763 monument. It represents what is considered the first true attempt by enslaved Africans to gain their freedom. The rebellion took place on Plantation Madalingburg in Berbice Region 6, led by Kofi. He was instrumental in commanding the rebellion of more than 3,000 enslaved Africans. The uprising, which commenced on February 23, 1763, lasted approximately 1 year before the Dutch colonizers were able to regain control.
We hear this argument that somebody is the father of the nation in political terms. But the true father of the nation is Kofi. That's why he's our national icon, our national hero. But because of this dialogue about who is the father of the nation and it not being historically correct, we find that few Guyanese fully acknowledge Kofi as our national hero.
The monument, which stands 15 feet tall, was unveiled by then-President Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham on May 23, 1976, just in time for Guyana's 10th independence anniversary. Here are some interesting facts about the monument. The pointing lips symbolize the resistance of oppression. The shield-like face on the chest represents a spiritual guard against enemies. In the hands of the sculpture are a pig and a dog being squeezed, symbolizing the removal of greed, lust, and ignorance. The map that is carved on the back is a representation of the peoples of Guyana. Another significant milestone in the struggle for freedom was the 1823 uprising, which saw more than 10,000 enslaved Africans rebelling on Plantation Success, Demerara, on August 18, led by Kwamina. His actions, even though unsuccessful, was momentous.
Of course, we need to recognize Kwamina, what Kwamina did in 1823. And because of 1823, that accelerated the path towards emancipation in 1834.
The memorial monument of this freedom fighter is located at the corner of Quamina and Carmichael Streets. John Murray Street, named after the governor for then British Guyana, was renamed in Quamina's honor. In 1834, Damon led a peaceful standoff on the Essequibo coast due to the actions taken by plantation owners during the apprenticeship period. His commemorative monument is located at Damon Square in Anna Regina on the Essequibo coast. According to Eric Phillips, Damon is a true Guyanese hero and was one of the first to advocate non-violent protests before the likes of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr.
We should really appreciate Damon. We don't. I mean, his statue is in Anna Regina, so it's far away from where majority of people are. But before there was a Mahatma Gandhi, before there was a Martin Luther King, Damon was the icon, nonviolent protest. But we don't recognize Damon in those terms, but that's what he did. He was a precursor to Mandela, a precursor to Mahatma Gandhi in terms of how to solve problems. We don't even know that he was the first person executed in the new parliament grounds. The same parliament that we have there, he was the first person executed.
The monument was unveiled on July 31, 1988 to mark the 150th anniversary of emancipation by then former Prime Minister Hamilton Green. The statue sits on a giant chair made of bronze, weighs over 3 tons, and stands 9 feet tall.
Daddy!
When full freedom came in 1834, it served as a springboard for the historic village movement in Guyana, led by freed Africans who brought lands and turned them into thriving communities. Victoria on the east coast of Demerara was the first to be purchased. That led to the growth of the African village movement that saw the establishment of other communities.
African Guyanese have achieved much over the years, and this is reflected in our many political leaders, authors, musicians, teachers, to name a few. Linian Forbes Sampson Burnham was Guyana's first executive president. Other African Guyanese who held that post include Desmond Hoyt, Samuel Hines, and Guyana's current president, His Excellency Brigadier David Granger. Leading the labor movement not only in Guyana but to the entire Caribbean was Hubert Nathaniel Critchlow. Critchlow devoted his life to changing the harsh conditions under which men and women were forced to work. His sacrifice is observed on May 1st every year as Labor Day. Our authors include Eustace Ricardo Braffett, better known as E.R. Braffett, for his famous book To Sir with Love. There is also Harold Bascom for his work Apata, Beryl Gilroy for a series of books, and more recently Brenda Chester Du Harris for The Colored Girl in the Ring and Calabash Parkway. And world-renowned Eddie Grant was one of the first musicians to place Guyana on the international music scene.
Whilst emancipation is an African Guyanese grounded experience, it has a wider significance. When African Guyanese won their freedom, they guaranteed that others who arrived after emancipation could not come in chains. Emancipation freed all Guyanese from slavery.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.